Just like every other Igbo community, New Yam Festival is the most valid and highly rated cultural festivity in Ngboeogu clan from the ages past.
You are welcome to the Mirror TV. We offer you news, local, national and international, on politics, religious and socio-cultural events, project work documentary, live documentary and lot more. Contact us today and do not forget to subscribe to our channel so as to get our updates on daily basis.
The low-key celebration of this year's New Yam Festival in Ngbo had highly proved low appreciation of the New Yam cultural festivity by the indigenous people of Ngbo and their stakeholders across board. The little indication of the festivity in Ngbo is the presence of members of NGBOEJIOGU Youth Forum under the leadership of Comrade Kelechi Onyoma. All the 10 communities that constituted Ngbo were represented. An early morning Thanksgiving ceremony was held at the Anglican Church, Ngboeogu, to thank God for making it possible for them to be alive and healthy enough to witness the traditional calendar New Year. Furthermore, they practiced the common highlight of the festivity, which is roasting elephant grass, popularly known as ekberima, and hit it on the ground to produce a blast-related sound, which is commonly used to welcome the arrival of New Yam in the clan. According to the most elderly man in Ngbo clan, Elder Itsukwe, who is from Ekwashi Autonomous Community, New Yam Festival and other general traditional festivities in the area are fixed at Ngboeogu kindred in Ngboeogu, who are the rightful custodian of the instruments of Ngbo culture and traditions, and it's usually celebrated in Ekwashi Native Day before the 4th Okongbo market days in the 9th traditional month, which is in July annually. Speaking to news, Edawituma, who described Ngbo cultural heritage as supreme one that rejects abomination, sacrilege, disrespect, and other arrogant actions, urged all the modern generation Ngbo indigenous people, including stakeholders, to be proud of their own culture and emulate others, including Izinodu, Eza Ezekuna, by honoring the land through which they emerged to this world by partnering with the elders and other community leaders for an outstanding celebration henceforth. More so, the elder of Amagu kindred, whom the New Yam Festival and other general cultural festivities in Ngbo are fixed in their playground at Ndule-Mezaka. Chief Simon Okwe said the Amagu kindred in Iwezaka were entrusted with such rightful cultural rights from the onset in Ngbo history. He linked the trace of the community in Ngbo to Ikwo Noye. According to Chief Okwe, olden days Ikwo and Izi Nodu people must be present during the scheduling of the New Yam Festival, and presently their own shares of kola nuts and other traditional requirements will always be preserved for them in the playground. Chief Okwe, who called on stakeholders in all categories to reconsider their discouraging attitude of discrediting their own culture, including the New Yam Festival, Itsukwe, as fetish, noticed that the elders are ready to address any area that are considered necessary with the collaboration of other stakeholders. The Amagu kindred elder condemned the recent disputes in the clan involving masquerades, stressing that while reckless attitude of some masquerades are condemnable, some churches and their pastors undermine the rights and privilege of culture by staging crusade in a playground which is the domain of the masquerade, and also by destroying their native belongings. He called for fresh meeting involving the elders across all the communities, leaders of Christian Union, political leaders and other stakeholders to permanently resolve the conflicts and misconception in-house to have more progressive, orderly and peaceful society.
Lolo bode ka ichima bage yakwata crusade debe ale mwe wata ola sundu ke ichima le ebia ebronye church iduru nwanyi iyeje ya chote nwanyi hoje kwa gi neje otu buru tegule mazuru loge ma bi ha enwe bo kenwe nu ka oge onwe ucheto azo ku nugbele kosh ola lava orolinyi azo ko nugbele kosh ola Orukwa oshobodo aso ko nugbele ko ola ke lo fubo ge ka ichiluma. So ga mi ebole aja di fibe obondu ke eleme ke iperoka. Gbara chofu. Na chofu le di hale ye droma nsofo ke ma. Maka gola be ga ma amame ube ka ye ke bo ma ka ge hwe lo church. Obo ma la chido ndi ge church. Obo ma la chido school.
Itsukwe.
Speaking on the New Yam Festival, the traditional ruler of Uwaka Autonomous Community, Ngboeogu, Frederick Ogo Ome, felicitated with people of Ngbo all over the globe on the New Yam festivities, wishing them continuous divine blessings. Ngboeogu Ome said the traditional rulers in Ngbo, as chief custodian of the people culture, are working hard to promote the cultural value of the people and address areas that are necessary for a more harmonious living.
The nature of this year seems to be different from other years. Starting from the scorching sun that heated this and that prevented the early planting. We are having a low kid celebration this year because of that. Our last meeting that we met with Ngbo Leaders Council, we suggested about how to improve on the celebration, because the nature of our own celebration, it is not being celebrated as that of the Eza people nor the Izi people. In our cultural heritage, every man celebrates the New Yam Festival in his own compound. We don't have a special place where we gather to celebrate it, but we are pleading with the stakeholders that we might buy the ideas of other people and modify our own method of Itsukwe festival. That's the New Yam Festival.
The traditional ruler, who indicated their desire for a high-class New Yam Festival, henceforth appealed to sons and daughters of Ngboeogu to identify with their own people by supporting the festivity in other areas to revive Ngbo culture and address the areas that cause for amendment to ensure a glorious and harmonious living in Ngbo. The President General of Ngboeogu Youth Forum, Comrade Kelechi Onyoma, said they are proud to be part of the celebration as one who disregards the principle of his own cultural heritage, is relatively lost in ideology, character, and valued non-deposition. Comrade Onyoma said that youths were not mobilized across all communities of the clan to celebrate together and project the great importance attached to New Yam Festival in the area and other decent cultural practices of the land.
It signifies peace, signifies oneness, signifies love, signifies sharing. People share what they have to those who don't have. And that one brings a bond, because you know, if you don't eat what an enemy gives you. So if you collect such from people, it means that you love them and they love you. The participatory aspect of the stakeholder based on this year is not encouraging. Unlike what happened last year, where most of the stakeholders were participated fully, and there were plagues, we gathered. In fact, even Honorable Commissioner for Culture and Tourism was invited. But this year wasn't like that. I don't know the motive, the interior motive, why they are not doing it. But what we know, we are the youth, we are growing up. We will not depart from the right track. Even if it was not as grievous as it was, we have to do the one we can do within our level. I want to advise the stakeholders to embrace this, because it is not fictitious. All of us are Christians. And coming out, celebrating New Yam Festival is a unique something that one should do, even if you are a pope, even if you are a pastor or a reverend minister, you need to celebrate the coming of New Yam Festival. Even churches do celebrate it. So if any stakeholder who's supposed to have at least look at the culture, because our culture is aware of the way we live our life. And if anyone forgets one's culture, it means that you have forgotten your origin. If you lose your culture, you lose your genesis. You don't know where you are coming from. If you allow your culture to be bought over by another culture, it means you are a slave. You are slaving your culture. And the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we behave is part of our culture. And that is why you see people behaving abnormally. People behaving anyhow because they were not cultured. They were not made to know where they are coming from. If that's our stakeholder, since it is not devilish, let's practice our culture. So they should not be running away. They should come up and educate people because they were born before us. Let us learn from them that we cannot run away from our culture.
Comrade Onyoma, who identifies that it is not justifiable for one who regards his own culture as fetish to pay homage to stakeholder elsewhere, when such other community is making the same festivities, stressed that the youth will also embark on the merriment food delicacy demands across families as it done traditionally in the 9th. He pleaded with the stakeholders in the area to reconsider any misconception and work together to promote the interests of the community in all areas of life. The chairman of Okwongbo Markets, Comrade Sunday Agbo and Mrs. Augustina Onwe, who expressed optimism that the commencement in harvesting of new yam will contribute favorably in reducing the high cost of food items and make food more available to the masses in this trial period.
It is just very exciting. The new yam is just like a very expected, the tubers or crops. We are enjoying our New Yam Festival today, and I'm very happy for that. New yam will be excess in Okwa market, next market. Very excess. That is how it used to be. So it won't change. It will be expecting more than beyond.
Similarly, some youth leaders in various communities in Ngbo, including Comrade Ucheodu of Umogodu Akpo, Comrade Isaac Adagba of Obosheshi, and Comrade Chukudi Ekpe of Enwezaka, say they are proud to be indigenous people of Ngboeogu, especially because of the unique divine virtue and culture inherited by the clan, including the idea of Itsukwe festivity. They reminded stakeholders at all levels in the area that the divine favor attached to Ngbo land, spiritually and otherwise, equally contributes favorably to various degrees of success and achievements currently encountered in the clan, urging them to always be disposed in contributing to making the clan overcome challenges and excel in the contemporary society.
Otaralahu ohe gwangwaragwa ohe otaralahu ohe gwangwaragwa ohe mjakateke.
Stay tuned as we keep updating you in news, reportage, and a lot more. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your comments below. Benita Olise, The Mirror TV.